I want to talk a little bit about light work in the summer. I love this shit. Shadow work and light work are terms used spiritually. Shadow work involves embracing reality, embracing truth, embracing difficulty, and being honest so you can move through pain and heal it. Light work involves embracing positivity, looking at happiness, looking at joy, finding a good mindset, and putting in the work. Tomorrow is the first day of June, and technically, for the Celtic calendar, summer starts on May 1st and it ends in August, but summer really feels to me like it comes full bloom and you're no longer in spring. You can't hang on to anything from spring when June starts. It's really important right now, more than any other time of the year, to start embracing positivity. And I'm a master of shadow work. I love it. I love shadow work. I love complaining, right? Because I don't just complain to get in a hole of complaining. I complain to validate the pain, to move the pain through my body, to learn from the pain and to really feel it and cry and experience things and move them, which is the essence of shadow work. So you have to do that. Now is the time to take action. Now is the time to get positive. Now is the time to start waking up early. Now is the time to move forward. Now is the time to start doing positive affirmations in the mirror. Now is the time to get really delusional, because I make this switch usually every year around middle of May, end of May or June, where I fully step into the light. And by the time fall comes around, I'm ready for that shadow work again. But you won't be there unless you really embrace the light work, which happens now. This means looking on the bright side, finding the positive, being gratitude or grateful every single day. Every day you wake up and you're grateful for something. Every day is a good day. You make it that with your positive mindset, positive energy. I know it's exhausting, but if you've been doing the shadow work, you'll be ready for it. If you've been working through the shadow since Halloween, you'll be ready for it. Some people are even ready for it at Imbolc, or it's called Candlemas, like the beginning of February when spring starts, but a lot of people don't feel ready until the equinox or the beginning of summer. And that's when it's really, you have to embrace the light. So I gave myself permission for today to be my last day of spring for me. And last day of May too. May has been a big month for me. A very big month. I literally graduated college a month ago. And things were really, really hard and really difficult. And I felt like my shadow work dragged on into the spring because I was a student still. And I prefer to let it go and like no later than the spring equinox. But that wasn't the case. I had to keep trudging through the shadow because I was a student and it was still really fucking hard. And embracing light was not really possible in that amount of difficulty. But now I'm ready to step into June, and the truth is, I have started a business. It's quite difficult to do, and it's a lot of work, and I have to become the person that achieves the dreams that I'm looking to achieve. And you can't do that if you continue to sit in the shadow all the time. You have to make that switch to the light. I'm gonna wash out my conditioner. Let's step into the light together. Let's do this. It's time to be delusional. It's time to be overly optimistic. It's time to be very, very positive. And no more complaining, okay? You only get 2 minutes of complaining every day. Then you gotta zip it. Because complaining is more connected to shadow work. And the part of you that needs to complain is the part of you that feels pain. The part of you that wants to be healed, that wants to be seen. And that's what shadow work is for. You can have shadow work, bits and pieces here during the summer. It's not bad, it's not wrong, it doesn't make you bad. If you're still in the midst of a big healing process, you might have to continue the shadow work through the season of light. But for the most part, for most people and for most of us, we have to start embracing the light right now, right now. That means all my goals are gonna come true. Looking in the mirror, I'm beautiful, doing affirmations every day, cleaning your home, keeping your home clean, making your habits continuous with the person you want to become and the goals you have, and making your habits and the person you are showing up as every day and your mindset every day in alignment with who you want to be and that positivity. And I know that sort of mentality and personality can be really daunting and exhausting for people who are used to being in the shadow. And sometimes those people are really annoying, but you have to become that person in the summer. You can come back to validating and compassion, but now is the time for showing up. Now is the time for positive mindsets. Now is the time for a positive mentality. Putting things on your vision board, putting things on your mirror, putting things on your wall, putting in work every day. Because it's just work. And you don't have to put in like a crap ton of work, but you have to put in the work. You can't be lying around. You can't be lying in bed. You can't be crying and crying and crying and complaining and rolling around in your own sorrow and pain, transmuting it and healing it and resting. Now's the time for action, okay? It's June, okay? This is your last call, right? You can start light work in February. You can start light work at the end of April at the equinox, or you can start light work at the beginning of summer. You have to do it now, or you're not going to do it. You're going to miss the light season of the year, which is summer. This is the best time to do light work. This is the best time to go for your dreams. This is the best time to embrace positivity and light and joy and action and step into it fully. So let's do it.